Consistency.
Consistency.
What do you mean by consistency?
Maintaining something in constant.
Maintaining something constant. Is constant and consistency same?
No.
No. Okay. But anyway, right? So this word consistency, right? We have used it many times, right? Normally, day to day, when we talk, we use this word is very consistent in performance, right? For
So
example,
practicing time to time.
sorry. Yes, right.
So practicing time to time is known as consistency.
Consistency. Okay. Very good. One of the way, right? Now, how many of you think Dhoni was a very consistent captain, performing captain? Dhoni was a very performing, consistent captain, right? Right now we have Virat Kohli, right? So when we say he's a consistent performer, what does it mean? It is expected, that standard, what is expected out of Dhoni, right? It doesn't disappoint us. It just gives the same thing. Okay, how many of you love KFC chicken, Zinger burger? Okay, let me ask you a question. How many of you know KFC? You're going to KFC, McDonald's?
Yes, sir.
Yes? Okay. What's your favorite, Pratna, in KFC?
Chicken leg piece. Sir.
Chicken leg piece. All right. Okay. Now, how many of you are from Vellore? Anyone from Vellore diocese? Okay. If no one is there, if you travel near Vellore, there's a town called Ambur. And in Ambur, we get something called as Ambur Biryani. Have you heard about it? We have this Ambur Biryani shop in your cities also. But whenever you go to this place, the taste is same. It will not change. Like how we have your Zinger burger or leg piece in KFC, all the KFCs will have the same taste. There'll be no change, right? They maintain a consistent taste, right? Did you get it? It will never taste differently. It will be the same taste, whether you're having it in Cochin KFC or whether you're having in Chennai. The taste of KFC Zinger burger or chicken leg piece or fried, what do you call as, chicken piece, it's same. So this is called as consistency. They never give up the standard. The standard will always be the same. It will never go down, right? Now, what is consistency, right? Let's understand. So consistency is nothing but the quality of always behaving in a particular fashion, right? It's one of the quality where you behave in one particular manner, right? And in case of actions, it will always be happening in the similar fashion. There'll be no change, right? It's very consistent, no change in the performance. Now, why we are learning this consistency right now is, if you talk about leadership, leadership is all about being consistent, right? Leadership is all about performing each time. You cannot get your standards down. You have to be the same, right? It doesn't depend on situations. Whatever the situation, circumstances, a leader in his skill sets will always be consistent, right? They'll always carry this consistency. Now, today we are going to learn how to maintain this consistency as a leader, right? That's very important, right? How do you maintain this consistency? Now, you all are using your Airtel or Vodafone or Geo, right? Right now to listen to me, your internet. We keep telling, no, at certain times when the network is down, we say network consistency is not there. There's no network consistency. What do you mean? The standard has gone down. So when the standard goes down, the performance goes down also. Are you understanding? When the consistency goes down, performance goes down, right? The quality goes down. The same with the leader. So today we're going to learn few attributes of being a consistent person or being a consistent leader, right? Now, how many of you use Amazon? You people use Amazon? Zomato? Swiggy? Use all these things? Now, there'll be a tracking that will be showing in Amazon, right? Once the product is out to be delivered, it will say this much time it will reach you, and they'll be very consistent, right? And that is one of the reason why Amazon is much larger when it comes to Flipkart, because they're consistent in maintaining time, right? The same thing with Zomato, right? Why Zomato is overtaking Swiggy is just because when they promise you on something, they keep up to it, they maintain it, right? So today we're going to learn the attributes of being consistent. You as a person, each one of you should be consistent. How as a leader, how in your education, studies, you should be a consistent performer. In your qualities, habits, you should never change. You should be consistent. People should never say, this girl, when she was 10 years old, she was very good. Right now, she's 17 years old, she's very bad. Her quality has changed. No. The consistency in your behavior also should be the same. That's a quality of a leader, right? So today we're going to learn this particular attribute. Okay. Why consistent is important? It will lead you to self-discipline. Number one, you being consistent will help you, channelize being self-disciplined. It teaches you self-control, right? This is very important. It teaches you self-control. And in fact, it increases your entire overall personality. This is the one attribute, one skill, or one habit that will actually improve your overall personality. And of course, it will give you that momentum to move forward. When I say momentum to move forward, what I meant to say is when you're consistent, right, you'll always look for better things. You'll never look for lower things. You'll always look for better things. It will give you that momentum, push, right? So consistency, we are learning it today because it will teach you self-discipline, it will teach you self-control, and also it will help you in your overall personality. Okay, so we'll quickly start with 6 attributes and very important things. Make a note, right? You need to have a note for all this Wednesday classes. Maintain one book. Okay. Can anyone read this? This particular proverb will be there in your school also. You have noticed. Okay, anyone can read.
So we are what
Hmm.
repeatedly do.
Is not
Excellence
a
then
but a
is
habit.
not an act but a habit.
Very good. We are what we repeatedly do. We are what we repeatedly do. If you are repeatedly telling lies, you are a liar. Right? If you are repeatedly using what you say, bad words, you become a bad person. You repeatedly help others, you become a good person, right? You repeatedly practice healthy habits, you become a fitter person. So we are what we repeatedly do. Whatever you're repeatedly doing, right, that's what you become. Understand this, right? That gives way for the next statement, which is called excellence then is not an but an habit. So if you are asking what is excellence, it's not an act, it's not a one-time performance. So excellence is a habit, it's a each day affair. Okay, so for that, what is very important? Your habits, right? In the sense, your actions. So consistency is one such thing, right? So let's move. Okay, let me ask a question, right? How many of you attend Sunday school here? Steffi,
Yes, sir.
who's Daniel, Steffi? Can you tell us the story of Daniel?
He used to pray well. He was a God's child, and he was taken to Babylon and was under their rule. But
Mhm.
then he was chosen to, like, I don't know how to interpret that.
Mhm.
He was a strong person as well,
Mhm.
and he was consistent in praying also
Mhm.
every single day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very good. Fantastic. Thanks, Steffi. Okay, anyone wants to add anything about Daniel?
So he was obedient to God.
He was obedient to God. Very good. Okay, then.
So he
So
was
he
very
had extreme
prayerful.
faith in God.
He was prayerful. Okay, then.
He had an extreme faith in God.
He had an extreme faith in God. Very good. Very good.
So, and he was put into the cage where the lion was present, sir.
He was put into a den. Okay.
Then, sir.
Okay. Then.
So he was very prayerful and faithful to God, that he was chosen to be to the position next to king, and he was also saved even when he was put into a lion's den. Like lion is the king of the jungle.
Okay. Along with Daniel, there are another three more characters.
Sir, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego.
Abednego, Shadrach, and Meshach.
Okay, tell me why they are not given so much of prominence compared to Daniel. They also had the same faith. Okay. After this class, right, today's session, you're going to read Daniel. Okay. It's a very short chapter. It's a short book. Right. You're going to understand few things, right? Anyways, it's an interesting read in Daniel. Now, why I'm bringing Daniel here is, see, we all know Daniel about one thing, right? We all know him as a person who is very strong, was very wise, right? He was very closer to God. He was very. But why God liked Daniel precisely was for one reason. Can you see a word which is highlighted in red?
Previously.
Previously, right? If you open your Bible and read Daniel 6:10, that previously word will be called as usual. Usually. Okay, you can check it later. Here I put it previously so that you'll understand it. So in the Bible, the word is called usually. So what is usually? Which means usually means like how we drink tea morning or evening. Usually I drink tea in the evening. It happens every day. So for Daniel, what was happening usually was, right, he got to his knees every day and prayed 3 times a day. And while praying, all he was doing is not asking God, God, today is from Amma's bakery, I need one pastry. God, tomorrow I need one Darwat pida. God, tomorrow my max teacher should not come to class. Right? That was not his prayer. His prayer was only giving thanks. What is it? Only giving thanks, no request.
Giving thanks.
Right? He was praying 3 times a day, and that was very stunning. He was praying 3 times a day, and 3 times a day was only giving thanks. He was not giving request. God, you gave me afternoon food. Now night dinner, what is the plan? I don't know. So that was not his prayer. His prayer was giving thanks. And this was happening every day. Understand this. It was happening every day, usually. In other words, Daniel was consistent in giving thanks to God. If anyone asks you why Daniel was such a lovely choice for God, was closer to God, the reason was here, because this guy was giving thanks all time, anytime, and usually every day as he was doing it. Right? Now look at this. This guy is showing you, if you're consistent, what God can do for you. Right? Now we'll be looking at the general aspects. Right? Now a few things to understand. Why you need to follow consistency and how you can follow consistency. Right? Number one, start with your morning right. These all simple attributes that we're going to learn today, right? So if you have to be consistent in anything, right, your morning has to start right. Right? As children, I know that you all get to schools by 8 o'clock, 8:30, so you don't have an issue. But the problem is, once you move on in life, right, this if you follow, you'll be successful, but most of them do not follow. How many of your parents wake you up today? I mean, every day? I want to just try to understand. Be honest. You have to tell me whether you wake up because your parents wakes you up in the morning, or you wake up because on your own it happens. You just wake up morning. No one actually wakes you up. Raise your hands, right? Who wake up on your own? Be honest. How many of your parents wakes you up? They come and say, hey, get up. It's time. Right? Now learn this. In case till now, if your parents are waking you up, they are coming and disturbing your sleep and telling, get up. It's almost 5:30, 6 o'clock, right? Then you're going wrong. Children, this age, if you're attaining, if you're around the age of more than 11, 12, somewhere there, by now, you should have the habit of getting up yourself. Your parents should not come to your room and wake you up. So you have to start your morning right. Once you start your morning right, what happens? No, look at this. Once you get up morning, freshen up, have a prayer, read one chapter of Bible or read verses of Bible, right? And study for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever your routine is. You know what does it do for you? It takes care of your 90% consistency of the day, your morning. If you have to be consistent in the day, the first part of the day, which is morning, you have to take care. If you take care of that, 90% of your day automatically will be in your control. Did you understand? So one of the exercise for you from now, it's very hard, that to winter kicking in right now. Your bid will ask you to romance. It will ask you to stick on to it. It will say, don't get up, don't leave me. School is not the place for you, right? Pillow is the one of your best friend. You'll have all this ragas going behind. But you have to wake up, get up, right? Be consistent, right? So this is one thing. So if you have your morning perfectly started, you're into the habit of consistency, right? The entire day, 90% will go perfect. The next one, simple. We learned about this, right? We learned uh, a session on focus itself, all by itself, right? If you have to be consistent, right, your focus or your aim, right, or your, what you say, goal should be in such a way that all that you do in the entire day, right, should be around it. For example, you have an aim set up right now. Anything that you do should contribute to that aim. If you do any actions which is not contributing to that aim or goal, you're not being consistent. Simple. How many of you are doing your 10th standard right now? Raise your hands. Your 10th? Anyone here? 10th? Okay. Anyone in your second PU? I mean, +2? Okay. Okay. Now, especially for you kids who raised your hand, right? Listen to this. Anything that you do should be around that aim of helping you to score really well in your exams. Anything that you do. That includes your eating time, your friends, using your net. Anything that you do should be directed towards the focus that you have. This will help you again in your consistency. All right. Third, okay, I think someone is on. Can you unmute yourself, please? Okay, the third one is managing your thoughts. We have learned this also before. We have learned how to manage emotions. We have learned about happiness last week, and we learned about uh, mindset sessions. Okay, can you remember those things? Why did we learn all those things? Because those emotions, those thoughts actually take control of your habits. And in other words, it takes control of your consistency pattern. So if you have to be consistently performing, then your thoughts has to be managed, right? That's a third one, right? See, this all we're talking about right now is something to do with your consistency. When I'm talking about consistency, your performance related habits, right? So managing your thoughts should be never negative. We learned it last week. Your thoughts should be never revenge based. Your thoughts should be never about hate. Your thoughts should be never about enjoying at the current time. Your thoughts should be not about short goals, right? So all these things, keep this in your mind because that helps in your consistency. The next one, very important thing in consistency is self-doubt. Can anyone tell me what is self-doubt?
Doubting ourselves.
Oh, very easy. Doubting ourselves.
Having no confidence in ourselves.
Having no confidence.
So doubting our ability to do things.
Doubting your ability to do things. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. When Sir asked, can anyone pray? Why most of us don't volunteer? Tabitha?
Yes, sir.
When Sir asked, anyone can pray in the beginning, why Tabitha didn't pray?
Sir, I was like scared if I say something wrong.
Okay. You're scared if you say something wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Angelina? Okay. Angelina P. Kanavali. Angelina,
Yes, sir.
why you didn't pray? Angelina, yourself. P. Kanavali. In the beginning, why when Sir asked, can anyone pray? Why you are not able to pray? Now also no answer. Okay. Sisti? Sisti
Yes,
maybe?
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Why you couldn't pray?
I was just having the fear that if I say wrong, sir.
Okay. Most of us are giving one answer, right? So I didn't pray because I thought if I say something wrong. Now tell me, what will you say wrong? What can be wrong in a prayer? You tell me now. That I not understand. What can go wrong in a prayer? Any words? Right? So this is called self-doubt. If I say something wrong, what if some people laugh at me when I pray? Will God hear my prayer? Will really my prayer work if I start? See, this is all doubt. And you know what happens with self-doubt? Doubt kills more dreams. That's what the slide is. It kills more dreams than failure will ever. You think you'll fail by praying. If I fail, if I make mistake, right, then I'll fail. But that thought itself has already made you a failure. Forget about you talking and failing, you praying and failing. That very thought, no, what if I say something wrong? That thought itself, you already failed. So what is self-doubt doing? It's killing your dreams. Now people will say, right, for example, all the people who told me, sir, I didn't pray because I thought I'll say something wrong. I'll tell you, when will you become perfect? Each time anyone asks you to pray, you'll keep thinking that one only. No, what if something goes wrong? I'll not pray. And this will continue for years together. And I tell you, this is not a thing that this is not the answer that you got today. This answer has come 4 or 5 years before only. In Sunday school, somebody would have asked you to pray. What? No, I'll not pray. Why? What if you say something wrong? So in 2018 or 19, you would have started telling that. And 2022 also, you're telling the same answer. And if you keep telling the same answer, 2030 also, you'll say the same answer. I'll not pray because I'm afraid, because I'll say something wrong. So if you have to be consistent, understand this, kill doubt. Don't doubt yourself. If you see all the leaders in the world, all the leaders, take all the leaders, Gandhiji never doubted himself. When he packed up from Africa and came to India, he never doubted. He said, I'm going to go there and work there. Right? That's what the attitude he had. Steve Jobs didn't have a doubt when he launched iPhone. He said, this will work. Right? Your Paytm, what you use, no? Your Paytm, all those things. If you listen to that person who started Paytm, he never had a doubt. He started the company 15 years before, when internet was not at all so much in use. That time only started Paytm. Right? Imagine the amount of belief that that person would have had on himself, that in the next 15 years there'll be a time COVID will come and people will start using currency notes and people will use Paytm. 15 years before. If 15 years before only that fellow would have doubted, no, who will use Paytm in India? People don't have mobile phones also, right? If that thought would have come to the owner of Paytm, today you'll not be the richest person. Did you understand? If you doubt yourself, you're going to be a failure before even performing the act. And you'll never be consistent. Understand this. Right? Okay. The next one. Never give up. Right? Never give up. If it is the right thing to do, if you think this is the right thing to do, sir is asking me to pray. I should pray because it's the right thing to do. If you think it's the right thing to do, never give up, take up the chance. Anything that you do, you should never ever give up. And this is one of the amazing attitude of the personality that you learned before, Daniel. He never gave up. He never gave up the exercise of praying every day. It never stopped. Even if the king told no, there was an order which came into the town stating that you have to pray for this God, not your own gods. That fellow backed off and said, it's not the right thing. The right thing is to pray to my God. And he sticked on. He never gave up. Right? Jesus never gave up. Amazing character. When all the people, the high priest, right, in the town came and told, no, you cannot heal people, right? You cannot talk like this in the premises of temple. Did Jesus stop there? No, he never gave up. See, leaders' consistency depends where you don't give up, right? So if you think it's the right thing to do, if I have to do this, I should never give up, right? Continue. This is something which will increase your consistency, right? The last thing, understand this. What do you see here?
Fingerprint.
Okay. Fingerprints. How many of you have Aadhaar card? Only this one, everyone is answering right. I have. Okay. So all of you have Aadhaar card, right? So what is unique about Aadhaar card? Can anyone tell me?
Everyone's Aadhaar card is unique. Like there's no two Aadhaar cards same.
There's no two Aadhaar cards same. Why?
So,
It shows the identity for them.
sir, to make identity.
Correct. But how can your Aadhaar card be unique? What
Sir, the
makes
Aadhaar card numbers are different.
Aadhaar card numbers are different? But I can copy that number and put, no? Still.
Sir,
Sir,
we,
our fingerprints, sir.
Aadhaar card has what?
fingerprints.
Okay. Tell me, is your fingerprint different from others in the world?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
There's so many crores of people on this earth. And your fingerprint is different. Can you believe the amazing creation? And I'll tell you one more thing, right? Apart from fingerprint, there's one more organ which is,
Iris, sir.
what is it?
Iris in the eye.
Eyes. Did you get it? Well, while you did Aadhaar card, I don't know if you noticed, they'd have asked you to place your left and right thumb and then your fingers, any one of the fingers, and then they'd have asked you to get your eye ball closer to one instrument, like a telescope. Have you noticed? The other thing is your eye. How different, no? Right? Now look at this. Why I should be consistent is, if God has been so consistent in creating people differently, understand? Amazing consistency power of God. He's creating so many children are born. Now when I'm talking to you, I don't know, Indian statistics says that in each second there are 60 babies that's born in India. Each second. That is the manufacturing, what is a quickness in India, right? Now think about this. So many babies are born, so many human beings are coming into this world, and all their thumb and eye are different. And God is doing it consistently, performing on it. Right? He has never failed. He has never ever bought two identical thumb impressions, two identical eyes. Right? That's how performance should be. Now, why should you perform? Because you're also special. You're created special. Now you have to be consistent, right? When it comes to secular world, when you're sitting with other children from other faith, and you're a Christian child in the classroom, people should say, she's so much consistent the way she is. From 4th standard, 5th standard, we are together. She's in the same class. We are in the same class. I have never seen this girl using any foul language. She's still the same. She's consistent. She has not changed. Your teacher should tell, after you go out of school, you join a college, and you go back and meet them. They should tell, after 10 or 15 years also, they should tell, you're still the same. The same way you're giving respect during the school days, right now also you're saying consistency. Right? Now, what is consistency? Being the same. When I'm saying being the same for good, not for bad. Did you understand? Being the same for good, not for bad. So that is something that you have to keep. Don't think, Anna, you only told you have to be consistent. So till now I'm being consistent in sleeping. So from now, since you told follow consistency, I'll be consistent in sleeping. I'll be consistent in laziness. No, that's not what I mean. It's for performance. Okay. So here I'm going to stop for a bit. Right. So we'll just go to refresh and then I'll continue forward. So very simple things. Start the morning right. Keep all the things, all your actions surrounding your focus. Manage your thoughts. This will improvise your consistency. All your thoughts should be positive. All your thoughts should be encouraging. All your thoughts should be, moving in the positive direction. Kill self-doubt. Don't doubt your actions. Don't doubt your talents. Don't doubt your skills. Don't doubt your special abilities. Don't give up. Right? If people keep ridiculing you, criticizing you, don't think about it. You don't give up. If you think it's the right thing to do, then you should never give up. Magic can happen anytime. Right? And at last, you're special and you need to be consistent in it. Okay. So finally, if you have Bible, take down this verse, write it down and put it on your wardrobe. Now listen to this carefully. Right? So it's Galatians 6:9, right? And let us not grow weary of doing good. What is grow weary? Grow tired. Weary is nothing but tired. For in due season, we will reap if you do not give up. Okay. So what does it say? If you're consistent, immediately you cannot see results. Listen to this carefully. You attending all Wednesday's class will not make you a Superman on Thursday. Did you understand? Today you attending a class on consistency will not make you a master in consistency tomorrow. But once you start following all the skills, what's been taught, you keep doing it without giving up. Understand this. Without giving up. And you keep continuing to do this work of practicing all the skills. At one fine day, there'll be a season. And suddenly God will bless you and you'll get it. If you expect magic within the next day and you practice, it will never happen. So this verse is saying, don't get tired of doing good things. What is good things here? Inner context, practicing skills, practicing knowledge, learning new things. Don't get tired of it. It will take time. 10 years also from now it can take to show this, skills and talents exhibiting from yourself. But don't stop. Don't give it up. One fine day, in one particular season, God will tell you, right, how you can use it. Did you understand? Are you getting this? Right? When I meet you in Ooty, I'll tell you how this has helped me. How this verse has helped me. Right? So don't get tired. Don't give up. Keep doing the good thing. Be consistent in doing what you're doing. Okay, that's the verse.